Hello everybody and happy Halloween. Welcome back to the Night Owl server and I hope you guys like my costume. I'm obviously Spider-Man with my regular goggles and gloves because I love these goggles and gloves. It's the reason why I like my skin so much. They're pretty much the best parts. But I added those in so that you could still tell it was me. I am still the Sirhc, still here with you guys. So if you guys haven't seen it already, I posted a video earlier today showing this Halloween ride, this Minecart Halloween ride that the Night Owls have banded together and built on the server within the last month or so. And so if you haven't seen it, make sure to go check that out. I'll put an annotation on the screen right now. It was really awesome, and I love it so much. This is such a cool ride. But today I thought I'd do another episode kind of showing more of the behind the scenes and talking about each room, who did what, and just kind of showing some details that you might have missed in the ride. So here we have the entrance. And this entrance was done by Vert with the nice acacia logs, making some gnarled old trees with cobwebs, and it looks really cool. I love the acacia just because it's gray, and so it just looks a lot more dead than if it were any other tree, and I'm so glad that they added this tree. I'm so glad. I mean, the two new woods, the dark oak, which we actually have up on the roof there, and this acacia, they really do come in handy. I'm so glad they added those. They really were a nice addition, because they could have easily added some woods that were very similar to what we already have, or they could have added like a really pale, I think acacia is actually kind of a really pale wood, which instead of this orange, which really would not have looked good at all. If it were too similar to the other woods, it would never get used. There would be no point to it, or it would replace old woods instead of combining with them. But anyways, enough about that. We'll go check out the graveyard afterwards. But this mansion here was designed and built by End Effect with some help from us. I helped him with the roof up there. I built that, and it looks very haunted and cool. And then you come in here, and we have the rail, and I have the minecart. That's why. I have the owl up here. I built that so that we can look at the owl. It's really a nice touch. I built it for the end because you actually end on the other side, and I think there was supposed to be a wall covering this, but we liked being able to see it from both sides, so we kept it there. And then I also did the redstone for the minecart stuff. And so what I have here is a dispenser, and so when someone is done, it actually runs into a cactus, the minecart does, and breaks and falls into a hopper. So you don't have to get out at all, which is really good because of the minecart glitch. It drops you right where the minecart breaks instead of teleporting you like 4 blocks away. And then the minecart gets carried over to this dispenser. It activates it, and it will just shoot the minecart out like that. So there's always a minecart, or there should always be a minecart here unless someone takes it like I did. And then I also have a tripwire here which powers it, so you don't have to push any buttons. You just get in and ride off right away. So we're going to take this minecart with us so we can get through a few areas. So here's the beginning of the ride. All of these transition hallways were built by AJ. He did a really good job on these, and they look really cool. They're not like too much that it distracts from the rest of all of our rooms, but it's just looks really cool. So this one, we have our nice pumpkins. It's very distraught. Lots of gravel. In fact, I don't think he really did anything with the walls, which looks good, actually. And you have the ghost, boo, I'm a ghost, made out of the white stained glass. You have the pumpkins in the walls. And it looks really cool. My favorite is actually I like the ones coming out of the walls. But my favorite is this one that you actually ride through when you go through here. Just kind of hanging upside down through the wall. Very cool. I must admit, I was a bit critical of this hallway when he was first doing it. I thought it was just like, really? Why would, it's just like 2 block ghosts. That's not very detailed, but it really did turn out nicely. And then we have the first room here. This is Cytokines room. This is inspired by the hallway in The Shining. Obviously not exactly like that, since that was a, if I remember correctly, it was a nice clean hallway and didn't have blood and netherrack everywhere. But it's, you know, it's just made to look a little bit creepier, and I think it looks great. And then you have two zombies playing the twins down here at the end, sitting at the end of the hallway. Zombie 1 and zombie number 2. I helped her get those in here, which was a bit of a challenge, but we got them. And we still have a supply chest there. Whoops. Another transition hallway, and then into AJ's room. So this is basically an Enderman taking a grass block is the inspiration. You come in here, you run into the grass block, you fall down. There's a bunch of floating grass blocks that we kind of missed. I forgot to look at those. And then you head this way into this grass block, and then you turn around and there's an Enderman. So it's like the Enderman took the grass block away and is carrying it. So then you ride into the Enderman's mouth, and we'll have to actually ride through this here. So I think if we do that, yeah. So we'll ride through here, it will open up and we'll fall down into another hallway. And once we get up here, I'll just get out and break the minecart. So again, another transition hallway with cool nether portals on the outside. I love the purple little effects and the particles. And then we enter Vengeance Tech's room. And so this is a nice slowing track. As you could see in there, it just slows you down really nicely. It just basically just starts and stops you as you go along, which is really cool. He's got pixel art of his face. I don't remember what that is. He told me, but I forgot. And then a pumpkin. And then we head down the ride. And maybe we should take the minecart. Well, it just kind of weaves in and out of this cave and abandoned mine shaft that's down here. And eventually gets to this area with this spider that you run under. This was Cytokine's idea. And I think she first built a spider, but it didn't turn out very well. So Vengeance Tech helped her with that. And he did plan on having some other stuff in this little rail, but kind of ran out of time. And I think B-Rabbit was going to make something in here, but he got sick and was not able to. So we follow the ride down this way, and we should come up on Vert's room, which is right over here. This is his witch room. We'll ride through here, or walk through here, run through here if we can. So he's just got some nice potions, brewing stands, very witch themed. He's got a witch hut coming out of the wall and a witch face. That looks really cool right up there. And this thing is going to shoot a poison potion. We got hit. We got hit. Darn it. So that hits you with poison as you go through, so it's like you got poisoned by a witch. And over here, he actually has a witch. We'll have to stand to the side so she can't throw stuff at us. But her name is Helga. And again, I'm not gonna get too close. I don't want to get poisoned again or anything. Another transition hallway by AJ. Kind of annoying to walk through, but not bad running through. And this stupid poison. It's really annoying. So this is End Effects room. It's a set piece from some movie that I've never seen. This is a fountain of blood, and he's got some movie quotes. Good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. It's a trick, get an axe. This is my boomstick, but I don't get the reference. I'll have to ask him what movie it was and maybe go watch it, because maybe it's good. I don't know. Never heard of it. So another transition room, and then we get to my room, which I will show you in detail, because this one is awesome. I don't want to sound egotistical or anything, but I think my room's the best. It's the most involved, I would say. It has a lot of redstone going on. So mine is a haunted library. You start off in a nice library room. There are 2 giant slimes on the roof, so that you have the slime particles coming down, and it really looks like ectoplasm or something. Very Ghostbusters-y. And then you get to here and it starts speeding you up towards this dead end hallway. I have signs that say slow down, dead end. And you get to here and we'll just put this on here. And we have a nice retracting bookshelf. And this was done really easy, just a couple of sets of pistons that activate at different times. First, this one activates after 1 tick delay, which pulls the bookshelves backwards. And then after 3 more ticks, this one's on a 4 tick delay, so after 3 more ticks, the bookshelves get pulled sideways so they can go through. And then this one stays powered until 8 ticks, whereas this one only stays powered until 4 ticks. And so, or stays powered for 4 ticks, whereas this one stays powered for 8 ticks. So that means that it will stay open until you get through, and then this one will close first, so it'll push the bookshelves back to the middle, and then it will push the bookshelves forward again. Oh, don't go. Don't go. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. I guess we'll just kind of go through here. Let's see. How can we get down nicely? I think if we break through here, could maybe get down. Oh, yeah. There we go. So then you just go down this nice spiral with some cobwebs that I just got stuck in. Very good. And almost out. Almost out. There we go. And that takes you to the underground basement library. And this is right at bedrock level, so you have the nice bedrock in the floor. Kind of breaks it up, makes it look, I don't know, crumbly or something. Got the cobwebs and the nice bedrock particles and the bedrock fog, which I really like. Just makes it really dark and scary. And then you head this way. And right into this mouth, this scary mouth thing. I don't know. People said it looks kind of like a clown, which it might. I don't know. I think it's kind of an ambiguous clown or an ambiguous mouth, and so I guess you can kind of project your own fears onto it. So I guess if you're afraid of clowns, maybe you see a clown. If you're afraid of snakes, maybe it looks like a snake. I don't know. Just some sort of mouth with a tongue sticking out. And then I just have a detector rail here that puts up a piston and powers that rail, so it just knocks you right back. Pretty simple stuff. So it knocks you back this way, and you head upstairs. Go over this detector rail, which activates some dispensers that shoot out paper, so it's like a poltergeist. We can kind of demonstrate that here. So there it shoots out paper all over. Really cool. Oh, I gotta turn that off. Otherwise, it'll keep activating. And I'll show you the redstone for that afterwards. And then right here, this is a hallway with a bunch of pistons behind the bookshelves. And we can, again, show how that works. Whoa, that is weird. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to do... It's only supposed to trigger once, which is weird. But you usually ride down it a lot slower. Maybe it does trigger twice. That's weird. But anyways, so you turn right, you ride over this detector rail, and then that piston goes up so that it stops you right here. It activates the piston walls, and then once the piston walls get to right about here, this rail gets powered, which shoots you back that way, and then you're like outrunning the piston wall, and it's really cool. And then as you ride back, you ride over the detector rail again, so it resets everything. And let's go take a look at the redstone outside of this place first before we head towards the upper mansion again. So let's head out right here. And so it's pretty simple redstone that I have for most of this. This is a comparator clock, a very fast clock that I used for the slowing rail. It just pulses the rail so it slows you down. And then for the dispensers, all I have is a torch that shorts out, which we can show right here. A signal goes into this block, which turns off this torch, and that torch shorts out and activates the dispenser. And I have 4 of those, 2 on each side, all set at different times, all activated by the same detector rail. Pretty simple stuff. And then down here I have the detector rail, and this is a T flip-flop. It uses the locking repeaters. Vengeance Tech built this for me because the T flip-flop I was trying to use didn't really want to work properly. I had to activate it in a certain way that it was kind of difficult with the detector rail. So he built this for me. Pretty cool stuff. And all that does is when you ride over it, it turns on this piston, and then it sends a signal to the piston walls. Right down this way. It splits off on both sides, goes up here, and then each one of these is just a tick difference. So you have, you have 0 ticks, and then 1 tick, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so you have these activating all in a wave. Same thing on the other side. And then, let's see. We can go to the other side to see some other stuff. So then when the signal gets to here, right in this area, it sends a signal down there and to the powered rail that you're stopped on while the wall is coming towards you. So it powers the powered rail and sends you off. Let's head back over here. So yeah, it powers this block, which turns off this torch, which powers the powered rail up there. And then you go backwards, right over the detector rail again, and it turns everything off again. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's pretty... Oh, there's the cobweb there. It's pretty simple stuff, but it definitely creates a nice effect. And I think let's just ride through it. Ride through my room here. We'll start just right over here. And so you turn left. Whoa, there's a spooky face. Spooky mouth that you almost right into. You go up here. Got the paper shooting out at you. Kind of like poltergeist. Speed up. You stop here for a second, and the wall comes towards you. And then here's another transition hallway by AJ, or this is actually the ending hallway. You ride up to the top, and then you exit the minecart. Minecart breaks automatically, goes into the hopper, and I just heard a click. That was the dispenser putting the minecart back up there. I don't know. Yeah, we can't really get up there because this is a half slab floor, so that doesn't really work. But trust me, there's a minecart there ready for the next person, and then we can exit. And out here, Vert also built this back here, made the nice happy Halloween sign with the acacia wood. That orange with the black, it's so Halloween. It's perfect. And then you have the gray. I mean, it works so well. They must have added it just so that we could make this minecart ride. That's why they added the new woods. So good. So that's pretty much the end. And then over here for decoration, I just added a nice graveyard, because this side of the house was really barren. And this is kind of the side that you come from anyways. It's the side that you see. So I put a nice graveyard over here. This is a tree I made, which is why it's a little derpier than Vert's trees. I should have had more branches and maybe spent more time on it. I just kind of quick did it, and I only had a stack of wood, so this is all just a stack of acacia logs. And then I just have these placards here at the entrance of the graveyard. It says Night Owl Halloween Cemetery, dedicated 10/31/13. And I don't have any signs or anything on these gravestones. But if you guys want to be put in this grave, I don't know why you would want to be buried, but I guess if you do, leave a comment on this video. Try and leave something actually not dumb or simple. Try and actually make a nice comment, and I will put your name in the grave, and you can be memorialized. So this is the hole that we went down up and down over and over while we were making this ride. There was one thing I forgot to show you, and that was the slimes, which I will show you real quick. We exploded all this with TNT right at the beginning. Made a huge hole down here. And I have my 2 slimes right in there. They're both named Endy after End Effect, our dear friend. Pretty cool. Give the nice effect. Which I don't know if I said that. We built this in a slime chunk, or in a couple of slime chunks. So we have slimes spawning everywhere, especially inside this hallway. And they can sometimes be a pain. And also in parts of Vengeances, I think. They were just all over. It actually took me a few times to record this ride because, well, a couple times it rained and a couple times I had slimes in my way that stopped me during the ride, which was not good. So let's just head up and then we can end this episode. I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, make sure to go check out the video if you haven't already, although I don't know why you haven't since I told you to go watch it at the beginning. Make sure to go check out my video riding through it. Check out everyone else's. There's a lot of videos up, and they're all different, and you know, we all kind of put our own little spin on it, added our own music and sound effects, and it's really cool. Make sure to go check all those out. So I hope you liked the ride. I hope you liked the little behind-the-scenes tour. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you want to get put into the graveyard, and hit that like button. Until next time, goodbye, peoples.